What's up, y'all? So today's gonna be a little different. I don't have like my normal space area to be able to just kind of sit and vlog at, because it's all been kind of like taken apart and whatnot. For those of you that know, Florida is kind of like in a state of emergency. Like, everybody's freaking out because there's a hurricane that's supposed to be hitting later this afternoon, and actually like tonight. We're not supposed to really get it until like tomorrow morning early or something like that. But I just, like, it's cracking me up. Like, I have to say something about it because it's really funny. Everybody's like freaking out. Everybody's going crazy because like, oh, it's a hurricane and it's gonna hit. Like, okay, if you lived in this state for 10 years, a little bit more actually, it's been about 11 now. Like, newer people are freaking out because they may not have experienced one. We haven't had like a hurricane in a while, at least not in like the northern area of Florida. Like South Florida, I think, had, even they haven't had something. Anyway, so about 10 years ago, 2004 and 2005, we got like slammed with hurricanes. 2004 we had, I think, 2 right back to back, and they were category 3 and a category 4. I think 2005 we had 3 back to back to back, and it was like a category 3, 3, and then a 4, and it just like desolated us. So like, we're kind of used to it, but it's been, you know, that's 2005, that's 11 years ago. So like, everybody's freaking out because it's been so long since we've had one, and they're all like, oh, it's gonna destroy us, blah 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 blah. And so I just find it really funny. I just think it's hilarious. But anyway, I know I got a lot of inspiration to do this channel, as I said before, from like Atua, and Atua is always talking about like being prepared for stuff, and my other friend Hal 900, or my buddy Kent is his name, he's always having like survival kits. Like, he's got one in his truck, and it's like an emergency kit and all that kind of stuff. Like, I'm not really a prepper. I don't really prepare for things very well. I don't have a survival kit. I don't have any of that. I mean, I have a lot of like survival equipment everywhere, like sporadically placed, but I don't have like a kit. So I guess this, you know, video is kind of just a somewhat for my amusement of ranting on about people freaking about this hurricane, and then also like for me to somewhat ask a question of like, what kind of stuff should I have for like a survival kit. Like, I know Atua has done more than enough videos, and Hal 900 might do a video or two at some point about like a survival kit that he has. Nudge nudge, you should totally do one, by the way, because you have a really good kit. So yeah, but you know, we're expecting like, you know, a lot of rain, a lot of flooding, stuff like that, especially being right on the river. The river's probably gonna not flood it, like that won't flood, but there's still probably gonna be some storm surge from like, you know, waves hitting up against the bulkheads and stuff like that. Definitely lose power. But the cool thing is that back in 2004 and 2005, whenever we had those hurricanes, we had this puppy installed, and this is a full like 10,000 watt, I think it is, generator. So this guy will pump more than enough power to be able to supply the whole house, and air conditionings and everything we need. So we'll still be going strong even whenever there's actually no power. But this is like, because of the old hurricanes, we decided to go ahead and have everything set for future hurricanes, and little did we know it'd be like 11 years before we actually had to use it. So yeah, we're up and ready to go. There's like 250 gallons of propane, so that definitely will last us quite a while. So anyway, sit you down. We've kind of been preparing a little bit. Actually, I'll show you around. Like, normally I'm sitting right in here, but all of this has been flipped so that the tables don't go flying. These chairs we're gonna probably like throw inside the pool, that way they don't go flying around. Those we'll throw in the pool. The other stuff we'll clean out, but it shouldn't be too bad. And yeah, so it's just funny. Everybody's going crazy about this, and it's really not going to be that big a deal. We'll get some rain, get some winds. Florida, we're kind of used to it. Like, that's not a problem. I'm kind of curious to see how the river's going to act, though, because it might be kind of fun to like take a ski out when it's all like really choppy and jump some waves. I don't know. I might do it, and if I do, I promise I will make a video of that, because that would be awesome. So other than that, stay wild, y'all. For those of you guys that do live in Florida, like, you know, kind of stay safe, but don't
don't listen to the news. They're freaking out for no apparent reason. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, and if anybody has any comments like on how to really make a good survival kit, I guess that would be helpful. I know Atua has made quite a few, so you can go and check out his channel. He's got quite a few videos. I might even put like a link right there or something like that, or probably down below to one of his like survival kit videos. So that's always good. And for HAL 900, you should totally make one because I know you have a good kit. So yeah, that's pretty much all of it. I know it's kind of a boring day, but like it's already starting to get cloudy. The wind's gonna pick up later today, so I can't really go adventuring too much. I'll see y'all later. Stay wild.